Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
All right. You know exactly what we're doing here today. Take 5 part, in the building. Got 2 of us with me. Ian, how we feeling?
Trusting the process.
Oh God. Oh God.
Anyway,
only 2 rounds. Like, she'd be very disappointed.
This is the gold round.
I'm just saying.
We just made the gold round. Oh,
We got Drew joining us. But Lil Jake, how you feeling?
feeling good.
Amazing. You're up today, this morning. We like to see that. Jew?
Feeling good. Had a little bit of difficulty getting on, but we're good now.
What was for breakfast?
Biscuits. Just biscuits. Like nothing too crazy today. Like, we took it easy.
Just bread?
Yeah,
Just biscuits?
Yeah, just biscuits. I didn't have time. Like, I was in a little bit of a rush. So, yeah.
Did you butter the biscuits?
I think they're like pre-butter. I got them from Sprouts. So, like.
That's crazy.
No, that is kind of wild.
Struggle, man.
Yeah. Like, that's a poor way to start the day. Like, I can't hold you. Like, man, Meals by Jew, was it? So V. Anywho, episode 31. We got Threezus. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into it. It's football season, y'all. It's football season. Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix. All right, so we're doing take review. Okay. This one is very cool. I'm not going to hold you, but we're just talking about the downfield accuracy. We all watched him play. We saw the completed passes moving throughout the pocket, scrambling. We saw the full package when it comes to, Michael Penix. So downfield accuracy, like, is it translating to the higher level?
Yeah, it definitely will. I'm not really that concerned about it. I watched it yesterday. I thought he looked pretty good. I will say we need some more help at receiver. Like, those were the backups, so it's not like a super big cause for concern. But like, there were a few throws that he made that I thought should have been completed, as well as the ones that were already completed. And also, we had a guy fumble the ball after a completion. So, like, I don't know. I think they'll get better throughout the preseason. But yeah, I think Penix's arm will definitely translate throughout the season, or not this season, I guess, but throughout his career. We'll see, when he actually gets his real shot. But yeah.
In like 4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years? What are you talking about?
I feel like it's going to be, I feel like it'll probably be, it may be as
1 year.
Yeah, it may be as soon
2
as
years, right?
It may be as soon as next year, and if not, definitely 2 years, I think. So all we need is Kirk to waive the no trade clause next year, and then he'll probably be out of there. So we'll see.
No, I think Penix will be fine though. Like, he's always had a strong arm. Like, to Morgan's question, I think his arm will definitely translate. Like, great placement, great accuracy, great rhythm. Honestly, I think, like, if you put him in right now, I think he would be successful, especially with this offense they have. So, like, in a couple of years, when he sees what Kirk is doing, he gets a little bit more experience, I guess, a little bit more knowledge about the NFL. I think he definitely will be ready.
Yeah, he'll be ready when he gets his shot.
I think he might be top 15 in accuracy right now.
Here we go.
As it stands.
Here we go.
That's not even. Is that ridiculous?
What's not even?
That's ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous?
Bro, I mean, first of all, like, we have, like, the quarterback league is deep, bro. Like, we have like 12 people making over 40 million. Like, there's
not all those guys are accurate, super accurate court throwers.
Yeah, why are you talking about how much money they make?
A lot of them are pretty accurate with the football, bro.
They're very accurate with
Lamar
the
Jackson.
See, check him out.
Jacob always drags the Lamar stuff. Like, I don't know why.
How am I dragging it?
I feel like we have a lot of more quarterbacks to go to before we hit Lamar, like in terms of accuracy. But
I'm just thinking about like the highest paid.
I mean, yeah, if
I'll
we're
do
gonna
the list in my head.
the top 3 highest paid, like yeah, he's probably the least accurate out of them. Like it's Mahomes.
Okay. Let's stop the nonsense. Okay, so Michael Penix is more accurate than who exactly?
I mean, Julian would probably say Tua.
Julian.
No.
Nah, that's not over the middle. He's definitely a better.
Like we have to lay our biases aside though if we're gonna do this. Like we
No,
can't
that's
be
just
ridiculous
crazy.
here. You know what I'm
No.
saying? That's not what I asked you.
On the
That's not what I
sideline,
asked you.
if we're being real though, on the sideline, like outside of the numbers, he absolutely is a better thrower than Tua outside of the numbers. That's not a bad. Like, what are y'all talking? Like,
What do you watch?
have y'all watched? Have y'all watched them play?
No, that's not that bad of a take.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not even crazy. Like,
Dude.
Tua's a
But
bad thrower.
that's just
outside
not
of the
what I
numbers.
asked you though. That's not what I asked you. Who is a more
You didn't ask
accurate
me
thrower of the
anything.
football?
Then who between him and Tua? I would take Tua right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you needed to say. That's all you needed to say.
That's just because
So
I haven't
Michael
seen him
Penix,
play.
stay with me though. Michael Penix is more accurate than
Jalen Hurts.
No.
yeah.
What? Are you being serious?
He doesn't even believe that.
Nah,
He
I just-
doesn't believe that. Like,
I'm not-
you know
I
what I'm
actually-
saying? So it's just like let's
I just
slow
wanted
our roll.
I just wanted to troll Ian on a serious note.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you know.
there are guys who have inconsistency with their accuracy, and we all know that. Like people like Trevor, who just got paid, like he's inconsistent with his accuracy. Like there's plenty of guys around that realm of player, like the Trevor Lawrence tier. Those guys, like he can throw with them. Yeah.
Is Trevor Lawrence top 15? Like, I'm just asking. Like, I don't know.
I-
He might, but,
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head, but like
you
he's
know.
around there. Yeah,
Actually, he definitely is. He's got to be.
I don't know. But
he's around. He's
got
around
to
there.
be. He's got to be.
It's close. He's gonna be like right on the edge.
I said I was dropping my quarterback tier list this week, but I decided to wait till after the Olympics. So I'm gonna probably do that next week.
Brad just forgot and woke up
I did
late.
not forget. I actually did not. I already made the list last week or part of it, but I'm just not dropping it. So
I'm
It's
just
gonna
trying
be
to think.
it's
though,
gonna be so ass.
what teams don't have quarterbacks in the NFL right now? Like,
okay, he's more accurate than Anthony Richardson off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Let me just look at
he's
them.
not top 15 though.
Not yet. I'm just saying, like I'm just looking off the top.
What
Okay.
about a guy like a Baker Mayfield or something? What y'all think?
The only thing about Phoenix is like it's just hard to say because he hasn't played in the NFL yet. Like it's hard for us to say. Like if he translates how he did in college, like yeah, he's gonna be a better thrower than a lot of these guys. But like we can't really just go ahead and say that yet. Like we haven't seen him outside of one preseason game yesterday. So
You know what, Julia? That's a. I completely agree. I completely agree.
it's too early. But there are guys like yes who he absolutely can throw better than right now. Justin Fields absolutely more accurate than Justin Fields. Anthony Richardson absolutely. Who's Tennessee's quarterback right now?
Will Levis.
Will Levis.
I would even say Daniel
I would
Jones.
take him over Will Levis. Daniel Jones, that's true.
Justin. You said
Does Mac Jones
naming-
still play?
Mac Jones is on the bench now.
These are bottom of Jews tier quarterbacks, though. Is my thing, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't named anybody. Like
Derek Carr, but this, like I said, this is before he's even played a game yet. Like he hasn't played a real game yet, and I would take him in terms of throwing accuracy wise. Like I would take him over them for sure.
But these guys have no stain in the league. That's not something crazy to say. So,
I mean, they're starters.
guess, like,
They're starters.
I mean, for sure. Like, and I don't know what that means, but anywho, y'all got more on P. Jacob 1 to 5 on this.
Wait, what's the take?
Yeah, I mean, is Penix downfield accuracy as shown in college, gonna translate?
Oh, it's a 1.
Like I thought I was starting with the layup, but I'll start with the nonsense. Like, anywho, anything else on Penix before we keep it moving?
No, I'm just excited to see him play more throughout the preseason.
Yeah, as of all of Atlanta. Let's get into some more quarterbacks. Okay, some more QB talk here. Drew, I think you got a video to go with this one. I hope this is the right video. I think it is, though.
6th-round quarterback Joe Milton is going to probably win the job because he's the athlete. He's the bigger, stronger, faster, more dynamic athlete. And they don't have any at wide receiver, tight end, at running back. So when I read this story, my take is, yeah, Joe Milton will make plays. Listen, Kirk Cousins and RG3 back in 2012 got drafted by Washington, and they figured out by year 2, Cousins is the guy. I think that's what we're looking at now. I don't think I'm overreacting. They have no playmakers. Don't be shocked if Joe Milton wins this job or gets a lot of snaps this year.
So, no surprise where Drew gets his takes for real. But, I mean, y'all heard the man. All right.
Anyway,
I hate the Patriots, I really do. But Drew, would you like to start us off? I mean, what?
I'll just
speak on the take.
I'll give a brief background. So if y'all didn't know, Drake May was drafted. I think the number 3 pick in this draft. Joe Milton was a 6th-round pick out of Tennessee. If we watch college football, I watch college football. I know Jacob watches college football. Ian some. But to the casual fan, Drake May was much better than Joe Milton was in college. Even though Drake May did show some inconsistencies, Joe Milton, he's very polarizing and exciting player because he's 6'5", maybe 235. He's fast. He can throw the ball 85 yards. But when we watch him play in games, he is really, really bad in games. So that's just a brief background about the situation. Then we come into camp, and Coward says that Joe Milton, the guy who sucked, he's going to come in and beat out the number 3 overall pick, and he's going to be their Kirk Cousins to their RG3. And I say I'm going to have to say that's a 4 take out of 5 because, I don't see that happening at all. No way the Patriots would do this ever. They would never, ever, 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 ever start a 6th-round quarterback over their number 3 overall pick. They just invested too much in him. Why are you looking like that? They invested a 3rd overall pick in him.
You just trade him.
Nobody's gonna. What are you gonna get back for a Drake May who got beat out by Joe Milton? If he just
that has nothing to do with anything.
What do you mean that has nothing to do with anything?
Joe Milton is good enough, then he should.
You don't lose value from getting beat out by somebody.
You don't lose value for getting beat out by a 6th-round quarterback.
Not if he's not dynamic.
Yeah, Joe Milton is 5.
Joe Milton is 5 now.
No, he's a project.
When was he not?
Joe Milton was never 5.
He was not bad in games. If you really watched,
Joe Milton was very bad in games.
But Julian, you said it yourself though. He has the tools to be 5.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
He does. But when we just watch him play games, it's very bad. I'm talking really bad. If we watched Anthony Richardson in college, right? He was not good, but he wasn't terrible.
No.
Stop, Jacob. I know you're a Florida fan, but let's be real.
I mean, that was just a stupid statement.
Anthony Richardson was not. He was not a good college quarterback. Just in terms of throwing the football, he was really
terrible.
Bad. Yeah, he was actually really bad. But anyways, Joe Milton was even a level beneath that. He was really, really bad at Tennessee. Really bad. They thought they were a top 15 team coming in. No, they can't. No one good at least. But yeah, this is a 4 out of 5 take, and I think I like the comparison that he made with RG3 and Kirk Cousins, because for Joe Milton to start, I think it would take a scenario as drastic as that one was. The phenom number 1 overall quarterback comes in and shreds his leg, and that's how the next guy will actually get a shot to play. I could never see Joe Milton even getting a shot over Drake May unless they are punting on the season and they don't want to throw Drake May out there into some BS.
But bro said 2 years from now though. Yeah, we have to take that into account as well. So he's giving them time to assess the situation, see them both play in NFL games, and the obvious fact of the matter is, this is not college. But put the biscuits down, bro. Anywho, this is not college. This is NFL. Some people, perform differently in the college game and in the NFL game. So, I mean, you never really know how that will pan out. But we know the Patriots aren't necessarily in a position of winning, So they may experiment. I mean, they may, see what they have. Like, I don't know. What y'all think?
They just started Cam Newton like a couple years ago.
They didn't start Cam Newton over a number 3 overall pick. Like,
I'm just saying, like, they're starting to get more comfortable with doing black quarterbacks. Like,
bro, number one, the coaching staff is gone from that team. So, wait, what are we?
Yeah, like I don't know what he's talking about at all.
I'm saying that like Boston or New England is now like the city embraces black quarterbacks more now, or like are we talking about the actual team?
He doesn't know anything.
Culture is starting to slowly shift.
Bro, what are we talking about?
He's just chatting. We're not talking about anything right now. Like,
you disagree?
Yes.
Jacob, rate the take, man.
This is like a 3 for me. It's not the craziest thing in the world, like especially since Cam Newton was just playing, and Joe Milton is actually nice. So yeah.
Yeah, I would probably give it a 2.5. Honestly, like to Julian's point and Morgan's point, like it would take like an injury, or like if they're really bad, Joe Milton could come in at the end of the season, just to see what he can do. Because honestly, we have to be real. The Patriots they're not going to be that good. They'll probably win 5, maybe 6 games at the most. So at the end of the season, like you got to really see what you have on your roster, especially if what's his name isn't playing this well. Like I don't think he's going to have some great season.
I don't think he's going to play though. Is the only thing. Like I feel like the only scenario, it's just hard for Joe Milton to be able to get onto the field because they already have like Jacoby Brissett, right?
Why would you play him?
Jacoby Brissett's going to start the season.
Why would you play him though?
Because he's the most capable quarterback on the roster right now.
They know they're not going to win games, Julian.
That's my thing too. Like
they can win some games with Jacoby Brissett, and now if you're going to play a rookie quarterback, like it's going to be hard to justify not playing your number 3 overall pick rookie quarterback for a 6th rounder. Like they're both rookies. That's why it's tough.
But I don't really understand where they get picked matters other than like the money aspect. Like at this point, they're just trying to find a quarterback for the future, bro.
It's not true, bro. Like don't act like investment doesn't matter in sports. Like if
you
you're
can trade
investing, no one wants to trade their number 3 overall quarterback. Like what are we talking about trades? What? When was the last time? When was the last time?
The Eagles just did it.
The Cardinals do that?
Who? Are we talking about Josh Rosen? You want to look up what they got back for Josh Rosen?
That's different though.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, what's his name will not be Josh Rosen, bro. Josh Rosen was the worst quarterback ever to come ahead of like the first round.
Joe Milton is better than Josh Rosen.
He's more talented. Like he has a better upside.
He definitely is.
He's been saying that for 5 years now. Like he went from Michigan to Tennessee, never
it's a different game though. Like it's a different game.
Yes, exactly. Like exactly.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like it is a different game. I just feel like again, to Ian's point, you're trying to find your quarterback for the future, right? There's no way that they truly believe that they're winning games this year. Like we got to cut that out. Like I don't believe that. They're trying to build for the future so that they may have one of those teams like, back in the Brady days, whatever. See what they can do. You know what I mean? Like, not Will Levis. Listen, Drake May, he comes in, let's say he doesn't play a great couple series in a game. You know what I'm saying? See what you got. See what you got for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the scenario. Like, again, like you said, if he gets injured, see
if he gets injured, okay. If he gets injured, I will play him.
No, Julian. What if he has like an absolute stinker? Like an absolute stinker.
You can't destroy your quarterback's confidence by benching him in favor of another rookie in his rookie season.
What?
You can't do that. Like that can't happen. Okay. I'll just give you a scenario, right? Let's say CJ Stroud last year, right? On the Texans. Who's garbage? Who's a bad rookie quarterback? Was that last year? That was 2 years ago. Okay. Let's say Stetson Bennett and CJ are in the same same class, right? Same. They get drafted to the same team. Stetson 6th round, whatever. CJ number 2 pick. CJ has a stinker, right? He starts out the season with 2 stinkers in a row, and you bench CJ Stroud for Stetson Bennett. Come on, bro. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
First of all, CJ Stroud and May are 2 different talents. They what are we talking about? What? CJ Stroud was way more ready, dude. If you think Drake Mason come in like CJ Stroud,
I don't think he'll come in like CJ Stroud, but I don't think it's like 2 planets apart when we're talking about prospects. Like in terms of prospects, like they're not like super far apart. Like that's not true.
Yeah, CJ Stroud was more.
CJ Stroud was more pro ready. I agree. But I'm talking about prospect-wise, like Drake May's a very good prospect.
Yeah.
Like you cannot bench him. You cannot bench him in favor for a rookie. You cannot do that. You can't.
I just don't know why not. Like
you definitely can't.
You just drafted him 3rd overall.
I understand it all, but I mean, if dude is not playing well, then he's not playing well at the end of the day.
Oh, that's like if the Panthers benched Bryce Young last year.
Julian, Did Trey Lance not get benched like after he got hurt?
Trey Lance got hurt.
Yeah, but then he came back and he got benched.
He didn't get benched, bro. You got hurt. You get hurt and you lose your spot. It's way different from getting benched.
I guess.
You think Trey Lance was going to get benched for Purdy? Like if Trey Lance was playing bad, you think they would have benched him for Purdy? No way. No way that happens. Not for a year.
They weren't winning games. They weren't winning games.
They weren't winning one with Trey Lance. That happened. That's real. That's actually what happened.
It's not true.
Okay.
He's played more than 2 games.
He played 3 games. In the season that he played, he went 1-1 and got hurt in the next game.
Bro, he was never that good.
Actual. Just saying.
Hey, Drew, listen.
Y'all throw. Hey, this is why
he wins the job. He wins the job. Like all that number 3 stuff, all that prospect stuff, all that college film, like all that's out the door if he wins the job. That's all I'm trying to say.
I want y'all. Okay, all right. I'm giving y'all homework. Okay, I want y'all to go watch. I just want y'all. You can put it on 2 times.
Won't you stop and take a little time out with me?
Morgan. Listen, I want y'all to go back and watch a Tennessee Joe Milton game, and you come back and tell me that you think that he's an NFL quarterback.
It's not Tennessee.
I'll leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that.
Was Anthony Richardson NFL ready quarterback? No,
he wasn't.
Okay, like it's the same difference. In this situation,
I will see if it's the same difference. Like I hope Anthony Richardson turns out to be good. I hope Joe Milton turns out to be good. I'm just saying, based on what we have seen thus far, it would be absolutely like crazy, like batshit crazy for someone to bench Drake May for Joe Milton. I'm just saying that would be wild.
Agree to disagree. You win a job, you win a job. On a scale of 1 to throw.
Throw. Super throw.
It's a 9.5.
He posted that himself.
Yeah, he posted that himself, unprovoked, really.
That's like a 1.
Yeah, bro can't eat like.
Where's he? Is he's got the Olympics. He's in Paris.
Yeah,
probably.
Respect.
There used to be a commander of locker rooms, like you know what I'm saying, a leader of men for real. Like the media career.
Bro, we all know about RG3 at this point. He's funny.
I don't know. I really don't know. So I was really watching Podcast P this morning, and they had some interesting takes about the USA versus Serbia game. Definitely a very good game. Learned a lot about what we have, what we don't have. And of course, that gold medal game is today versus France after we came out of this one. Let's just talk about the game a little bit, get into the take that we have to review. What y'all see out there? Likes, dislikes, notable performances, disappointing performances, anything like that. What y'all see out there?
I think Curry could have been a little better.
Anywho,
a wee bit.
Go ahead, Ian. I know you have a lot to say.
Nah, I mean, I just want to say shout out Bron. You know, he did his part. You know, triple double, something slight. He willed us back. Curry, you know, he was making crazy shots all day. They couldn't really guard him. They had no answer. But the process came through on offense and defense. And that's why I don't understand. People aren't giving him credit on the defense end. He was really shutting out Jokic.
No,
The second half of the game, Jokic was really just passing. He was, out on the perimeter, just chilling. Looked like he was scared of Joel. He would get his switches, switch onto a little guard, get his little layup. But when he was on Joel, it looked pretty scary. And then we saw Joel on the opposite end. You know what he does? 8 of 11 from the field. He did his thing.
You know what? And what you're not wrong about is the fact that when he sees Embiid, he thinks about attacking. You know what I mean? He kind of second guesses it a little bit. When he sees Anthony Davis, Julian, he's going to work. He starts hooking his arm and everything like that. He be going to work on dudes. So I'll give you that.
I can't co-sign that, bro.
I be trying to tell Drew that, bro.
It's
He
true.
don't be listening.
It's not.
Man, he loves that AD matchup at this point. He's had it way too many times.
Anthony Davis did pretty good on him, honestly. In the
dude was about to foul out in that game.
I'm talking about in the NBA this year.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely. We know who he is for real. It's just he's not big enough at all times. You know what I'm saying? He gets that position or whatever, then it's OV.
But can I dispute the fact that Ian says that he was locking down Joker? That wasn't even number one. They didn't even really have him on Joker that much. If I remember correctly, he got one stop on Joker, and it was when Joker tried to do the drop step on him, and he hooked him.
That's not my point, though.
They called the offensive foul. That's what you said, though. You said that he was stopping Joker and shutting him down.
He was lenient.
That's not true.
Morgan said he's second.
They didn't even have him guarding him, bro. They had LeBron guarding him
in the fourth quarter, though. That was the fourth quarter. I'm talking about the third into going into the fourth. They saw that they were getting the switch easily. That's why they had to put Brown on him to start. It was smart.
It was smart. I'm just saying, we can't sit here and act like he just had Joker in the chamber. That's not what happened.
Bro, he didn't go at Joel though. He had to get the switch first. When it was AD, he was going straight at AD, no switch. Going right at him. That's straight. That's how it was.
I mean, he typically did not want to attack Embiid one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the most favorable matchup that he could find out there. So, I mean, that's basketball. But, to Julian's point, Jokic was double teamed down the stretch. You know what I mean? The double definitely was coming. So he had to pass out of there and really couldn't get anything but bad jump shots from the perimeter. So, I'll get my 2 cents in before we get to this take. Great game. Definitely a great game. Steph Curry. I tried to explain it to you so you could, kind of understand the history behind it. It's not a legend or a myth or anything like that. Y'all watch Game of Thrones with the dragons flying around and everything. It's not anything like that. It's something that you can see in your nearest PGA superstore. Hold on, Julian. I gotta blow it up. Hold on. This is real. That's a real dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest shooter of all time. It's not a joke. It's not 2K. Nothing like that. That's one of the greatest players that we've ever seen grace the hardwood. All right. And he showed us why. Exactly. He showed us why people come from Japan, Serbia, you know what I'm saying? China, Indonesia, what have you, to come see this man play. That is why. All right. Now, who's a better player, Julian? Or KD?
I don't know. That's what I said. They're on the same level.
Different animals, different beasts.
I don't understand how you can sit here and you can't use USA basketball to justify Steph being a better player than KD.
It was just a reminder for people like you. I already knew.
The best player.
It was a reminder.
He's literally the best scorer in USA basketball history. So what are we talking about? That's actually
this was simply a reminder
So
of
I have
what
a question
we've
for you.
already known.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
So did you not watch all the prior games in this whole USA basketball run when Kevin Durant obviously has been clear of Steph Curry? You didn't watch those games? And that didn't remind you? Only this one reminded you when Steph had a great game. Now I don't, I don't hate on Steph. He's a great player. But come on now. Let's be real.
All the history behind it, we already know. Should we go through saves? Do we have enough time? We're only 30 minutes in.
Win saves with Curry and KD.
We're already 30 minutes in. We could.
I don't even think you would win saves with Curry and KD.
I wouldn't win saves with unanimous. Be for real.
Both of them have MVPs.
For real. Be for real. Like,
what do you mean?
Hey. Anywho, let's get to the tape, June. Let's get to the tape. All right. Who would you say, if you could pick one player? Obviously, we had many contributors to the success of that game. Who would you say was the guy that won this game for Team USA? So, Podcast P, Paul George, he said it was LeBron. Trey Young was on there. He said Steph. So let's go with the LeBron take. On a scale of 1 to 5, LeBron won this game for Team USA. Is that a hot take?
I give it a
2.
Yeah, I give it a 2 too.
It's like a 3.5, bro. Why are we acting like Curry had 30? Curry had 35.
Did you know?
He had 36. Like,
Bron rode us to the end at the end of the game. That's true. When it was very sticky, Bron willed us to the win at the end of the game when it was very sticky.
All right. All right. I understand, like, we have like LeBron propaganda plans and stuff, but like we did watch the game. Like, it's not like we didn't watch the game. Like LeBron did play well. I'm not.
Yeah, it was Curry.
He had a triple double, but like Steph Curry is obviously the best player on the court during that game.
But he wasn't.
And then even like I don't understand how you're a Philly fan and like how can you sit there and be a Philly fan and then turn around and say LeBron willed us to the win? Like, didn't your favorite player in the league
at
like a 12-0 run?
He clamped up Jokic.
Didn't he go on like a 10-0 or 12-0 run in the fourth quarter to will us to the win? Like, did that not happen?
Dude, they all had their moments, dude, especially like in spurts. Like LeBron had his in spurts. Joel had his in spurts. That's how this Team USA shit works, bro.
I understand that, but you just said that he willed us to the win at the end. And your favorite player, like, this is how I know the LeBron sexuality has really like just like it's just clouded your mind. Like, it's so deep into your brain that you can't even like you can't even think straight, bro. Your favorite player, Joel Embiid, actually went on like a solo run in the fourth.
I told
quarter.
you that. I know what happened.
So what are you talking about? How did he will us to the win at the end? I would say he played a part in closing the game. Like,
what I'm talking about.
He scored like 2 baskets in transition.
It had nothing to do with just scoring, but it was like his whole feel of the game type, like, passing an outlet. He definitely brought the end of the game, though. He didn't bring more pace. He didn't speed up the fast breaks. That wasn't him.
I said he scored 2 fast break buckets at the end of the game. That was.
I'm not even talking about his scoring, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, he was passing. Like, he was trying to see what they were doing in the fast break, and it worked. That's how we won the game eventually. That's true.
Down the stretch, you definitely lean on your leadership, right? So, LeBron definitely came through for sure.
He played a great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would never say that he was the best player and led us to the win.
Did I say he was the best player? Did I say he was the best player? That never came out.
Was that not the question?
No, but I didn't give it a 1.
You gave it a 2 point. What did you give it, a 2.5?
Yeah, I think a 2.5.
That
makes sense though. And then Curry would just be a 1.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. Like, if we're on a scale of 1 to 5, that means you're leaning more towards LeBron was the leader.
Yes.
2.5.
I gave him a 2. I said 2.
That makes sense. And I don't get from a
Philly. He had an impact on the game, a huge impact.
He has a great impact. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, from a Philly fan, it's even more wild.
Bro, you just heard my rant.
I agree.
You just heard me go on about Joel and how he just like was there.
So what do you rate Joel on that?
That's what I was about to ask. So 1 to 5, like Joel being the reason.
Now, let's remember what he just said 5 minutes ago. Joel locked up Joker, right? He locked up Joker, and then he also dominated the game on the offensive end in the second half. That happened.
Yeah.
So what is he on a scale of 1 to 5 then?
But
That
he
led
would
us
be
to
a 1.
win.
He would be a 1.
Oh shit. Okay.
What's
Okay.
crazy about that?
Okay, then Steph Curry with 36 points is the
He could
same
be a
as
1
Joel.
too. Bro, you heard Anthony Davis, 2 words. Steph Curry and Joel Embiid. They can both be 1s, bro. Like, I don't understand. They can't share the love. Why does one person gotta get all the love? Like, I'm confused. Brotherly love, like
That was the question.
It's so crazy.
That's the question, and you have to answer that
Yeah.
question. We can't play like a We Are the World game and everyone be friends. Like, we asked a question about who led us to the win. Like, that's what we asked.
Bro, but it could be multiple people, especially in Team USA, bro.
It's
You know,
always multiple
Yeah, it
people.
will never.
Yes, we are acknowledging that.
So you're asking who was the MVP of the game? Is that what you're asking?
Essentially, like, yeah, who's the best player who led us to the win?
But that's what I'm saying. Steph Curry was consistent. He was the most consistent throughout the game. But Joel was the most dominant when it mattered. Like, that's true.
That's actually a crazy take.
How is that
So
crazy?
I'll come in and be real about what's going on here. What do you have? 8 threes? Eight threes. Something like 36 points. Right. He also had like not 8 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple assists as well. Like, you know what I mean? If Steph Curry did not do what he did in the first quarter alone, you know we're getting blown out of that game and being the laughing stock of the world, right? Like, you know that's actually happening. Okay, he kept us in the game, and then he also got buckets in that fourth quarter where, you know, it was crunch time at that point as well. I told my dad because Steph Curry in previous games has not done, you know what I mean? Like, he was actually struggling with the shot a little bit. I told him, I'm like, actually, look, I got to look at you when I say that. The game's not big enough. I told him the moment's not big enough. All right. You got to understand who you're dealing with. He's shooting warm-up jumpers out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the 3-point line a little bit shorter and everything. Like, he wasn't interested enough. He needed the competition. Like, he needed Bogey to, you know, a little smack talk or whatever, doing the mellow 3, you know, at the sidelines and everything like that. That's what he needed to go off. But anywho, Steph Curry was clearly the best before that night. That was known as the Steph Curry game. Like, that was his moment, I feel like. So what I give the take, I give it a 4, to be honest, because I do think that even Embiid had a more impactful night than LeBron did. So yeah, I'm giving that a 4. Got to. Anything else on this before we move on?
Just tired of the clutch sports plants that we have, like just made their way into the pod. Like, we can't escape it on ESPN, Fox Sports. Now it's on TV. It's just getting it though.
I'm infected, Drew.
Yeah,
you know, you very much are.
It definitely affected. Okay, anywho, head safe our pot. Let's get into the next one. All right, so we got a video to go along with this one. Yeah, let's get into it.
Right here, absolutely. Let's do it. You know, it's interesting that it's a math problem now, yet it wasn't a math problem back in 2021 when KD was on the crew. And at that time, he was considered in the conversation for the best player on the planet. And he was a much better player back in 2021 than he is today. Meanwhile, I'm not nearly the player in 2021 that I am today, yet I was on that crew in 2021. I was 3rd in minutes, I was 2nd in points, and we won the gold medal. And that's the same crew which today has Book on it. Book was on that crew. Bam Adebayo, he was on that crew too. Drew Holiday, he was on that crew too. NKD, he was on that crew. All of those guys were on that crew, and that's what I was doing back then. Meanwhile, I can't get off the bench on this crew. So, Coach, I think you're right. It is a math problem, but the common denominator is you, because Coach Popovich, he did not have a problem with finding Jason Tatum minutes.
As a basketball fan, you know what I mean? I personally feel a little bit bad for this man right here. All right. We all have our opinions on Jason Tatum, but to say he does not deserve to play, you know, coming off the championship first team All-NBA, that's cold. You know, that's definitely cold, but I'm gonna let y'all get y'all 2 cents in. Drew, this was your one of your videos. What you got?
No, I let them go first. I let y'all go first.
All right.
I mean,
Jake?
I'll just say this is like a deep team. This is a super team that we have assembled.
This is true.
I do understand, like, you still got to let him play. He just won a championship, and he was in MVP contention. And is he, like, how many minutes does he get a game?
Not much.
Does he literally floor?
He didn't play yesterday. Or
Sometimes he doesn't get minutes. Yeah, multiple
Yeah.
times.
That's disrespect. That's actually disrespect. Because like,
2 DNPs, like.
But I mean, the team is deep, man. You got Curry.
Anyways,
What would you give the take?
Wait, what's the take?
I mean, pretty.
It's just like that. Steve Kerr's trying Jason Tatum, basically.
Yeah, that's a 1.
I mean, okay. Yeah. I know you got beef with Tatum, so like,
nah,
you gonna
like
be real with this one. Or?
Tatum be growing on me, but I'm gonna give this one a 4. Honestly, like Jacob said, this team is very, very deep. You need at this time in the tournament, you need specialists. You need people who are very elite at a certain thing. Like everyone on the court can't be elite at the same thing, bro. Tatum, like he's a good passer, but so is LeBron. He's a good scorer, but so is KD, so is Joel, so is Curry. Like it is a math problem at the end of the day. They have to share shots. They have to, like, that's true. I don't understand why you're laughing. Like the people on the court, they just fit better together. They fit better than what Tatum could bring to the floor, especially like spacing wise. We have Curry out there who can, shoot from anywhere. We have Joel who can shoot from anywhere. We have LeBron who can shoot from anywhere. We have KD. Like, I guess Jason Tatum he can shoot from anywhere, but is he as efficient as all of them? No. Like we know Jason Tatum is not as efficient as everyone else.
That's true.
That is true. And I don't know why Morgan is making that face because he says that all the time, especially last year in the playoffs. Like he said that. But anyways, it's a 4. Like we have to actually win these games, bro. And if you want to give dudes minutes just because, that's just stupid.
That is true.
You already. I'm just saying. You are. Hey, let me tell you.
Let me go. Let me go.
All right.
Because I had to sit through that.
Stupid, bro.
So let's put first team All NBA. Let's put 27 a night. Multiple rebounds, multiple assists. Let's put that aside. Let's put the championship that we just witnessed aside. Let's put aside all of the great Celtics teams that we've seen with Jason Tatum at the helm of those teams. Let's put all of that history aside. Let's put all of that aside. I'm watching us go down by 15 points to Serbia. Jacob, name Serbia's starting 5. Go.
I can do Bogdanovic and Jokic in the center.
Milicic.
Like something itch.
And Milicic.
Everybody something itch.
And then something
itch.
Something itch. Like we're down 15 points in Olympic basketball with the quote unquote most talented USA roster that we've ever assembled. And there's no time to put Jason Tatum in to rectify that situation? Are you telling me that there was no room for us to try, at least attempt a Jason Tatum in there to
rectify?
Watching
the game?
What?
Did you watch the game?
Yes,
can you tell me why Serbia was beating our ass in the beginning of the game? Can you tell me why? It had nothing to
raining threes.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Jason. What the heck was Jason Tatum going to do that KD can't do on the perimeter?
Jason Tatum is a dynamic defender. But obviously, when we put KD in that group they did not come back into the game. They didn't do it. You can try Jason Tatum at that point.
It wasn't their forwards that were giving them problem. It was really just Jokic and the guards. They were just working the 2-man. And what the heck is Tatum going to do? Jason
Tatum is a long, dynamic defender as well as a
better than Derek White on defense? No. Is he better than Drew Holiday on defense? No. Is he better than LeBron on
defense? Maybe.
I don't know.
He's better than them on defense. Stop it. Can you stop? Can you stop?
But
Stop.
Listen. It doesn't matter if he is that much better. If he's this better or this much better, LeBron is way better as a player.
Okay. I just want to stop this. Can we pump the brakes on this? Why are we acting like all these guys are way better? Like, I understand we have like the big three, right? They're the big three of our like GOATs, like our legends in the NBA.
This is true.
But why right now in 2024 are we acting like they are way better than Jason Tatum?
His experience
But
matters.
Ian,
No.
this is why he pisses me off.
That's
You
not
know
the
that
way
Devin Booker is better than Tatum, though. You know that. Don't you know that?
I know Devin Booker is better than Tatum. Yes,
Devin
he is
Booker's better than Tatum.
Yes, he's better than Tatum.
This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This is
Not ridiculous.
I don't know about that one. That one's close.
It's not ridiculous. Y'all are Tatum lovers for some reason, or you have like some sympathy for this dude, bro. And I don't get it. He on this team, you have to play a specific role. I've heard it 1,000 times. Booker has played his role 1 billion times this summer, bro. He's probably the player who's playing his role the best.
So you think that I'm just asking you a question. So number one, you said it's Steve Kerr's job to find out lineups that work together. As the coach, he should be able to find a lineup for Jason Tatum to play in. It's not like there's no lineup where Jason Tatum can succeed.
I don't disagree.
That's his job as a coach. He's supposed to be able to put the best players on the court and put them in positions to win, right?
Yeah,
for success.
fine.
So what are you talking about? Why are you acting like there's no time for Jason Tatum to enter the game? And like I said, in 2024, all these guys are not way better players than Jason Tatum. That's not true, bro. It's just not true. It's not. It's not.
Really,
All of the guys you're talking about,
they weren't first team. They were not first team All-NBA.
No. Let's go into it deeper. None of those guys were first team. None of them were
None
first
of
team.
them.
Yeah. And then let's look at their teams. KD, first round exit. LeBron, first round exit.
Are we joking right now?
Curry didn't even make it. I'm just saying, we're just
It's true. Like, no, you have to talk about it.
You just won the championship.
No.
You just won the championship.
Right now, and one who should be. Like, what are we talking about right now, dude? You really brought up their teams? If we're just being honest with ourselves, who would you rather have on your team in the NBA, Curry or Tatum?
That's fine. I'm saying you're saying that they're way better. Like, they shouldn't be getting 30 minutes a game and 0. Like, the gap is not huge. It's not.
They're better at what they excel in, dude.
Yeah,
they're better at what they excel in. Curry is the best shooter in the world. He is gonna play. KD is probably the best scorer in the world.
Right,
He's going to play.
How many wings are better players than Jason Tatum?
Just KD probably.
Is he even better right now? Is he even better right now?
Yes, bro. He is better right now. What are we talking about, bro? This is KD.
Like, if
He's
he
the
is
best scorer in the world, and he hasn't dropped off one bit.
I agree. He's a better scorer, but if we're talking about them as players in totality, is he even much better than him right now?
That does not matter, Julian. What the heck is Tatum doing on this team? He's passing, right? He would play the LeBron role. You
it's
really
not true, bro. Jason Tatum can play.
You think they have Jason Tatum on the floor to score? You think they have Jason Tatum on the floor to score? Answer me that.
Yes, Jason Tatum could be on the floor to score. He could be on the floor to defend, score, pass the ball. He's capable of all of those things.
You think he's the main option when they got the other scorers on the
rebound. We just saw him average 11 rebounds in the NBA Finals. Like, he can do everything on the court that you need. It's not like he can't do anything. There's nothing that he can't do.
But that's not my point, though. Is he better at these other players at what they do? He's not.
Yeah, but if you're down 15 points in a basketball game, you've already expended both platoons, right? Both platoons came in and were unable to break into the lead in the first half of the basketball game.
That's not true.
What do you mean that's not true? They were not able to get back into the game. Bro. They brought it back to like maybe 6 or whatever, and then it expanded back up to 11.
When they brought in the second unit again, bro.
There's no time for Tatum.
Why is he not in the second unit?
The game was close when the first unit.
Why is he not in the second unit then? Number one, if I go back and read your messages, you yourself said the second unit is going to lose us this game.
Yes, I did say that.
So why is he not on the second? Why is he not on the second unit as a first teamer NBA champion?
But that's not because he doesn't fit in that role. I guess. I mean,
it's not true, bro. We can like you and Steve Kerr can say like there's nowhere for Jason Tatum to fit. It's not true. Like you can't tell me that there's no. Number one, we play in a new age of basketball that's called positionless. Correct? Jason Tatum is like he's like the prototype positionless player. He does everything. You can't say there's no place for him to fit. He's 6'9", he's fast, he's strong, he's athletic. Like, what are we talking about? He can fit on any team. There is no team that you can construct that he should get 0 minutes. I'm just being real. If we talk about there's no teams, like the whole world. There's no teams that we can construct that Jason Tatum deserves 0 minutes.
What about
0 teams? There's no teams. We can take kids, we can take AAU basketball, we can take college, we can take the NBA, we can take legends. Like, there's no players in 2024.
God, we can't take legends.
I'm talking about right now. Like,
I'm talking about, bro.
This is Jordan out of retirement right now. Like, no, there's no teams that he can't get any minutes on. Like,
okay, if you ask me who I would rather have to guard the other person's best player in the second unit, I'm taking Derek White. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. He's the best defender in that second unit.
Max Kellerman over here.
He's the best defender, bro. And at a certain point, you need to fill spots with specialists.
To me, Tatum, and I think Julian and I both agree that this is a 5 take.
5? You mean 1?
Yeah, I mean 1 take in the fact that he should be playing on this USA basketball team. I think we all are overthinking the entire situation. I mean, we clearly said that. Actually, no. Before I get into that, we were talking about Jason Tatum as being the next face of basketball, face of the NBA, were we not? Did that not happen? Are y'all frozen? How did that happen?